At 6.
Good evening. Candidates prepare for another debate as they continue their fight for the Democratic presidential nomination.
And this ninth debate will include a new contender, Michael Bloomberg, taking the stage for the first time. KTTC's Alex Tejada spoke with our longtime political analyst, Chad Israelson, to shed some light on what tonight means for the race. Alex.
Tom, Caitlin, Bloomberg faces an uphill challenge to catch the race's frontrunner. RCTC instructor Chad Israelson talked with me about who the main contenders are and whether the late entry to the race even stands a chance.
A whole bunch of people, in the latest polls bunched up around the 12 to 14%. Bloomberg is one of them.
While the field for the 2020 presidential Democratic candidacy is crowded, Bernie Sanders has emerged as the race's frontrunner.
For Sanders, one of his strong suits is the fact that he's authentic. He's never hid who he is, and so he just has to keep doing that. He just has to keep being Bernie Sanders, essentially.
Sanders has been labeled as socialist, but RCTC instructor Chad Israelson claims this is an unfair accusation.
In reality, Sanders' policies are pretty similar to an FDR New Deal program. Overall, from minimum wage and those are things that are supported by a majority of Americans.
Israelson says tonight's debate will not change the race too much by itself, but it gives an opportunity for a main challenger against Sanders to be introduced.
It'll really be interesting for me to see who emerges as sort of the moderate opponent to Sanders, because I think Sanders is going to maintain a top two status pretty much in the foreseeable future.
As for who that challenger might be, there are a lot of options.
They didn't think a woman could be elected.
However, Israelson cites Joe Biden as the one who has underperformed the most, hurting his chances.
Once that sort of image takes a hit, it's very hard to reclaim it. So as far as Buttigieg and Klobuchar, I would say those are your best bets to be sticking around in the long run.
Some years a candidate has wrapped up the Democratic nomination by March, but as for this time,
probably not going to be the case this year. So I think that's part of what's interesting about the debate tonight. It feels very wide open.
The field is expected to thin out after Super Tuesday, which is on March 3rd. But for now, all the candidates' focus is on the looming Nevada caucus. Live in the studio, Alex Tejada, KTTC News.
Thank you, Alex.